Once we embrace this new concept of alkalizing our food, this is when things start to change for us. And it's a very simple test. Diabetics won't show any color generally. If I test their saliva, they show no color. Their pH of their urine, of their saliva will run between 5s and 6s. And then when they eat an almond, they won't show an increase of that. They have no alkaline reserves to give in order to neutralize the acids from that food. So they're constantly in an acidic condition, and that's why they're having to use insulin and other drugs in order to neutralize those acids. Number one acid, of course, is sugar. Sugar is an acid. It's a poison. Our bodies do not run on sugar. I had an experiment I was going to show you here tonight. I happened to left, but let me just tell you what the experiment is. I use an electrode. I hook it up well, I take a glass of water, and I have a probe that I put into it, and it's attached. This probe actually is attached to a 120-watt light bulb. And I put the probe into the water, and then I turn the electricity on, okay? And then I use the water to conduct electricity. Well, water won't turn the light bulb on, so we can't use water to power the light bulb. As soon as I put salt in it, though, if I take a spray of salt and spray that into that water, that 120 light bulb will go up. Now, I don't know if you've been seeing some of the experiments that are going on with salt, but salt water conducts energy, and we can capture that energy, which will be the next fuel that'll power our cars. We'll actually run our cars not on gasoline, not on electricity, but it'll actually run on salt water. That's what our body runs on. Our body runs on salt water. And when you take sugar and you put it in to the water, guess what happens to the light? It goes out. Going from there, the new stem cells from there through the liver and then on to the heart, to the lungs, back to the heart, and then to general circulation. Here we see a picture of the small intestine and the portal vein as it picks up the new blood, driving it then into the portal vein and then directly back to the heart. So our food literally becomes our blood, and our blood becomes our flesh. And when we're in a state of any imbalance or any state of acidity, then we go into body wasting. In order to maintain our blood at a certain level, our body cells then can become our blood when we're sick or tired. The intestinal villus is like an amoeba. Digested food goes into the villus takes the digested food into its structure, assimilates, and finally transforms it into an erythroblast, which then becomes the new erythrocyte, or red blood cell. The quality of this blood is determined by the quality of what we eat. And I see the quality of this blood change as we move away from acidic foods, more to alkalizing foods, or those foods that will actually build healthy blood. And through observation and years of research and healing up this part of the body, significant changes can then take place. Here you can see the acidic effects of what happens to the intestinal villi on the left, and then to the right you can see the state of the healthy villi. Here are the jejunal biopsies, the upper left and right pictures showing normal villi and finger and leaf patterns, the bottom left-right picture showing abnormal mosaic patterns with obvious damage to the villi. You cannot make blood, or literally healthy blood, without health to this part of the body. As we look at the molecular structure of the red blood cell, and we then look at that food which is much like our own blood, the blood of plants, particularly the chlorophyll molecule, we'll see that these molecules are identical. As I increase the green food, the skin that takes place, but it takes place at the cellular level first. As you improve the blood, you improve the skin, because the skin is a product of blood. So you work from the inside out rather than the outside in. If you want healthy skin, you have to have healthy blood.